I'm NanoMK. Today, I'm playing old Minecraft. Now, you might be wondering, why am I playing old Minecraft? Well, if you've seen my recent Minecraft with mods in it video, where my world just suddenly became unplayable, and I had to end the series, I just decided, I wanted to start something else now, because I kind of messed up my whole recordings and plans and all that. So this might be a bit shorter, but this is going to be basically me playing old versions of Minecraft and upgrading them a little bit over time. Um, and then eventually what I'm going to do is merge this Minecraft world with my current I'm playing Minecraft world. That is my plan. So I will have all the progress I made on this world, unless it breaks in between, mixed with what I have in I'm playing Minecraft. So hopefully you will have seen in the thumbnail, if you look carefully, it will actually have the current I'm playing Minecraft episode number on it, along with the I'm playing old Minecraft episode number. Yeah, and also I will still be playing on the new world on and off until they combine, and it'll be the same thing. So let me get started. I will use World 1, and this is World 1. Now, I know a little bit about, like, playing old Minecraft stuff. Maybe I know a lot, I don't know. But they say use this proxy to make your skins and sounds work. Even for old versions, I'm using the proxy right now, and it's not working. So there won't be sound in this Let's Play for a little while. Which is fine. Eventually I will get to a version with sound. So I guess I will start doing basic things. I am now advanced. Look, I have a stone pickaxe. I just beat Minecraft. Look at me. Okay, no, just kidding. Yeah, it just took a few seconds to get some stone. I'm already liking the area that I've spawned in. I mean, I have a perfect thing to say. Listen here. All of you classic people, like beta 1.7.3 is the best version. I say that alpha is better than beta. I don't have, like, science for this, but alpha just feels at least twice as good as beta. That's my correct opinion. I like the lime green grass. It looks nice. The only thing that's missing in this version, I'm in, like, alpha 1.0.1_01. The only thing that's missing is sound. I'm not saying beta isn't good. I like beta as well. But there's more to nostalgia than beta 1.7. This is also a cool feature of old Minecraft, since I don't think shears are even in this version. I think they come... Oh, I remember now. Shears were added in beta 1.6. Yes. I know my trivia. But do you know your trivia? Because right now I'm having trouble remembering when crouching was added. I think it was alpha 1.0.11 or 1.0.14. If you can beat me on trivia, then that means you get bragging rights. Yeah, because I don't have anything else to offer you, unfortunately. Alright, it's starting to get dark outside, and so I haven't found a place where I really want to set up my house. That's the problem. I'm thinking. Also, I should probably get, like, some torches. What about this cave? Caves are safe. What was it that Paul Soares Jr. said? Holes in the ground are so boring that you'll die. Something like that. I think I'll stay in here. For now. I also want the coal. Hand it. Hand it. Give it over. Give me the coal. Oh, there's a cave. Right here. It's the same cave. It's just this part of the cave. Alright, so I will start at least my current base in here. How sound that? Yes. And I will also do this. And then this, there should be doors. Yep. I also appreciate that you can left click them. I don't entirely understand why they removed that feature, but it was removed, I think I can't remember, I think it was 1.3 or 1.4. Because I remember when I actually was playing Minecraft, you used to be able to do it, and then you stopped. I think it was one of those versions. Sorry, people are texting all the time, and it makes noises. Do you ever do this when you're mining and there's gravel? It works pretty well. Just place the torches before the gravel falls instead of while it's falling. It's actually kind of smart. Then you don't end up with piles of gravel. Yeah, what I'm doing, I'm just making the area nice-ish looking, since it's nighttime and there's nothing to do outside yet. I'll probably end the episode once I get iron, but don't worry, there will be another episode. If there's not, you can hit me or something. Okay, I have cleaned up the room looking area. I cleaned up the looks of the room. It's not really a cave anymore. But the walls are still the same materials as a cave, and I'm not going to change that right now. But look, we have a thingy. Now I want to place my crafting table and some chests. You can't play Minecraft without storage. And then how about over here and here I'll have my furnaces. Just for prettiness. And 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And that is the crafting console. Why don't I call it that? And then for the wool, I guess we are making it look a little bit. I'm not gonna say pretty, because that's too much for the current state of things in this Minecraft world. But make things look interesting. Yeah, how's that looking? I have a nice carpet in the middle. You can't, by the way, you can't make beds in this version, just in case you didn't know. Beds aren't a thing. Alright. So, oh, right, I need a couple more doors. I made 2 more entrances so that I can go try to mine in these caves later. So one here, this leads into a cave. Hopefully it's not a dead end. And this one also leads into a cave, which I hope is not a dead end. So those are the doors. How about some stairs? Now with all this building, I hope you guys aren't expecting me to make this just a building series, because technical Minecraft is very cool in the old versions. There are completely different things you can do in like alpha and beta which you can't do anymore in new versions. Things that I absolutely miss. But I will get to those later. One thing I would like to do is make a mob farm at some point. There's a mob farms. There's things you can do with boats. Boats are very, very interesting in old Minecraft. So I will be trying to figure out how people did that and do it again, because it is very fun. Mob farms, I say, look, mob farms have been my favorite thing to do in Minecraft for like forever, basically. But I feel like they kind of got ruined in 1.13. And I say this carefully, because bubble columns are a good idea, but making it so that mobs don't try to swim in water is a bad idea. And I think that was a bad oversight. I really don't like that. That being said, I do know how to make mob elevators and stuff with bubble columns, but it just doesn't feel as much like I'm using like deep built-in game mechanics. It's like the bubble column pushes mobs up, right? So that makes sense. And it is actually a game mechanic. And we're talking about the way it feels. It felt like, I remember when people were discovering new things about how to make efficient mob farms. I mean, they're still doing that now, but I guess they've exhausted all the ideas, or most of them. But it was cool because it was easier to move mobs around. It was harder to get the water. It was harder to get the water for the elevators because you had to place a source every other block. But it was easier to control where the mobs went. And it was also a lot easier to sort them. I like mob farms, as you can tell. And also, it's like, the mobs don't even drown anymore. You think zombies can get killed by drowning damage? No, they just turn into another mob that doesn't get drowned, which is called a drown. Skeletons just don't drown at all. It's very interesting the places where they choose to add realism and where they don't. It's interesting and indicative of mindsets. But what was I saying? Mob farms. I had some really cool ones. Some used drowning, some used lava. Lava still works. You can use crushing, I think. But also the way the mechanics for where mobs spawn is also different. Like, There, in old Minecraft versions, people used to have their spawning pads deep underground, and they're very simple spawning pads, but you didn't need too many to get a good amount of mobs, so long as your caves were lit up. Now that takes a lot of effort, but it's kind of rewarding. But now, like, there's so many more caves that it takes like about triple to 5 times the effort to light up the caves. And even before then, most people were just building mob farms in the air, because it's like, well, if I can just move the player higher up, then the mobs will, since the mobs have to spawn within a certain radius of the player, if the player is far enough above the surface, then the mobs won't then the mobs won't have to the game won't have to try to spawn mobs in caves, and so that means you don't have to light up caves. Now that's a smart idea, but in my opinion, it makes for less cool Minecraft worlds. And I play the game a certain way. I still use like the new stuff. I'm not saying it's all bad. I'm just saying if you do it wrong, sometimes you'll gain a feature and lose another play style, and I just don't like that. But I do like bubble columns by themselves. I do like the triple depth terrain, because it's really cool. When they said we're going to update the cliffs, the mountains, back when Minecraft, they were talking about the 1.17 update, because it was 1.17, and they said we're going to make mountains taller and cooler. I was like, I'm not so sure about this. And then they showed these new caves they were going to add too. It's like, oh no, what if they're not going to make the world deeper because these caves are too big for us? But it turns out they did. It's like, no way, this is great. But then they just messed up the update. You know how they stretched it through 3.5 versions. 1.17, 1.18, 1.19, 1.20. 1.20 is the one where we actually got the archaeology. So you can't say it was 3, but rather 4 versions took all the features to get in. And also, we still don't have bundles. Just so you know, they're not an actual feature added in the game. It's just an optional turn-on thing. Just saying. Our first Skelly Kelly. He has no audio. Also, it was cool that there were like a couple of mobs, like the skeleton and the creeper, that strafed you. It was a unique behavior. Even though they were totally dumb, they were dumb in a special way, and that was cool. Like the unique behaviors to exploit, or unique mechanics to exploit. Like, imagine if they made it so instead of skeletons drowning, skeletons in modern Minecraft are the smartest mob in the whole game. I say they're smarter than zombies. And they're the most dangerous. But I think what they did with skeletons in modern Minecraft is actually pretty good. The way they strafe so sinisterly, it's compared to this, it's nothing. Like, this thing is, like, in alpha, beta Minecraft, skeletons are pretty much garbage at combat. Newer skeletons, yeah, they'll get you. But imagine if they brought back creeper strafing in new versions. and there was a predictable pattern to it. That would make mob farms even better. But instead, they just made it so they just walk straight towards you and explode. Now, they're still creepy, but not as interesting as they used to be. I like it when they make the game interesting, but now they like to focus on making passive mobs interesting. There is, oh wait, the Warden. Oh right, I did add the Warden. It has a lot of unique things, except for they didn't want to reward the player for killing it, which is dumb. They said we want it to be like a natural disaster where the player is encouraged to run from it. But these are the same people who said we don't want to add natural disasters to Minecraft because we want the player to be able to control their environment. So I don't get it. It's very modern the way they think. Very up to date, as you might say. Anyway, this is the end of the video. No. Let me end it after making an iron pickaxe. Yes, okay. I can't go into first person mode. That's the end of the video. God bless you. Goodbye.